Good morning, dear students. We are discussing the topic responses of organisms to the abiotic factors. In that, we completed regulators, conformers, and partial regulators also. So today we are going to discuss about the stressful conditions, okay, and adaptations of the organisms. So the stressful conditions are localized or stressful conditions are temporary. What are the adaptations made by these organisms to overcome those stressful conditions? Let us see them. If so stressful conditions are localized, the organisms migrate. The organisms migrate. So these are the adaptations. Then if the stressful conditions are temporary, then the organisms suspend. The adaptation of the organism is to suspend the life activity. So what is meant by migrate? Migrate means what? Migrate means escape from place. Okay, migrate means escape from place. That means if the stressful conditions are present in a particular place, the organisms are escaping from that place to most hospitable habitats or the most favorable habitats. For example, you take the man. So humans moving from Delhi to Shimla. So a person living in the Delhi in the summer season, they move from Delhi to Shimla to escape the summer season in the Delhi. So we call this one as migration. So after the conditions are favorable, that means once the summer goes away, the person again moves back from Shimla to Delhi. So this is one of the example. The next one is migratory birds. Migratory birds means the birds living in Siberia. That means we call this one as Siberian cranes. So Siberian cranes during winter, that means in Siberia during winter, the Siberian cranes come to Keolado National Park in Rajasthan. Okay, so it is also called as bird sanctuary. It is the bird sanctuary present in the Rajasthan. So in the winter season, that means in the winter season in Siberia, the birds are migrating from Siberia to India. Why? During winter season, due to less metabolic activity, these animals are unable to breed. So for the breeding purpose, they are moving from Siberia to Bharatpur Bird Sanctuary. Otherwise, we call this one as Keolado National Park. So once the conditions are favorable here again, these birds again go back to their original destination. So we call this one as migrate. Now let us go for the next one, suspend. So next one is suspend. So what is meant by suspend? Suspend means escape in time. Suspend means escape in time. Let us see the organisms, how they are escaping the time. Let us see the name of the organism. Okay. Overcome adaptation. Okay. Name of the organism. So organism's name, how they are overcoming the unfavorable conditions and what type of adaptations they are making. For example, let us see the bacteria, fungi and lower plants. overcome unfavorable conditions by producing small spores. They produce small spores. These spores will again germinate when the favorable conditions arises. Similarly, if we see for the next one, higher plants. So some higher plants. Higher plants overcome unfavorable conditions by producing dormant seeds and other vegetative structures. Okay, the higher plants are producing the dormant seeds and also other vegetative structures. So these dormant seeds helps in the dispersal. Then in the favorable conditions and under the favorable temperature conditions, these seeds and these vegetative structures can germinate. So they are overcoming the unfavorable conditions like this, right? Then, for example, you take the base living in colder regions. So during winter, the bears which are living in the colder regions means in the polar regions. In the winter season, these bears undergo hibernation. These bears undergo hibernation. Hibernation means winter sleep. Hibernation means winter sleep. Then we can go for the fishes and snails. Fishes and snails during summer, these undergo estivation. So not all the fishes, some fishes and snails during summer they undergo estivation. That means that is called as summer sleep. Then zooplanktons. These zooplanktons during unfavorable conditions. Okay, zooplanktons during unfavorable conditions. They undergo diapause. So what is the meaning of diapause? Diapause means they suspend their life activities. Temporarily, they suspend their life activities and they become metabolically inactive. So once the conditions become favorable, they again become active again. Okay, so these are the adaptations made by the organisms if the stressful conditions are temporary or if the stressful conditions are localized. Now let us go for the adaptations of the organisms. So we are going for the next one, adaptations. So what is meant by adaptation? Adaptation means it is the response of the organisms to the extreme environmental condition. Okay, so how the organisms are responding when the environmental conditions are not favorable for them, or when the environmental conditions are extreme to those individuals. So response adaptations means response of organisms to the extreme environmental conditions. Or simply can say that response of the organisms to the environment. So let us go. What is this one? It is the attributes of the organism. for survival and reproduction. So here the attributes of the organisms for the survival and reproduction. That means nothing but it is a property of an organism. Attributes means it is a property of an organism to survive and also to reproduce. So what are these attributes? What are those properties acquired by these organisms for the survival and reproduction? Means the attributes may be morphological attributes, okay, or physiological attributes, or behavioral attributes. Right? These conditions, the attributes may be morphological or physiological or behavioral. Okay? So these are the attributes. Let us see the examples. First one. Examples. So name of the organism, lives in, adaptations, and type of adaptation. Like this, I am going to discuss each and everything. So, for example, you take kangaroo rat. Kangaroo rat. Where this kangaroo rat lives in? The kangaroo rat lives in North American deserts. Okay? The kangaroo rat lives in North American deserts. So you know that when these animals are living in arid conditions or when they are living in the deserts, they do not get adequate supply of water. That means the organisms which are living in the deserts are having scarcity in the water. They do not find the water. So generally, if you see this kangaroo rat never drinks the water. Okay. So adaptation made this one is never drink water. Then how it gets the water? It gets the water. It gets through metabolism. Okay. It gets the water through the metabolism. So it gets the water through the metabolism means how? By the oxidation of fat. By the oxidation of fat. So the oxidation of fat produces the water. So fat plus oxygen gives plus water. Right? So fats plus oxygen produces some product plus water. So this animal depends upon this water which is produced by the metabolism due to oxidation. So this type of adaptation is called as a physiological adaptation. It is a physiological adaptation. So due to the body physiological functions, the water is produced and the animal is depending upon that water. Similarly, it also produces concentrated urine. Produce concentrated urine. So it is also a physiological adaptation. Then how these animals are able to produce concentrated urine means these animals are having long loop of Henle. Okay, the Henle's loop of this organism or this animal is very long. When the loop of Henle is very long, then the reabsorption of water will be more. Right? So when the reabsorption of water is more, then the concentration of urine will be more. So presence of long loop of Henle is a morphological adaptation. Okay, presence of long loop of Henle is a morphological adaptation. Remember that. So kangaroo rats morphological adaptation to survive in the desert is what? Long loop of Henle. So what are the physiological adaptations made by kangaroo rat to survive in the desert means? One is what we can say oxidation of fat to produce water, and the second one is producing concentrated urine. So you have to remember these type of points for the NEET examination. Right. Let us go about the next examples also. Right. So let us see the next remaining examples. The second one is xerophiles, lives in deserts. Right. So xerophiles, you can take the examples as Opuntia and Cuscuta. So these are the desert plants which are living in the arid regions. You know that in deserts there is a scarcity of water. So these plants should conserve the water. They should minimize the loss of water through the transpiration. So what are the adaptations made by these plants to conserve the water and to prevent the loss of water through the transpiration? Let us see. Adaptations made by xerophytes means presence of thick cuticle. So, presence of thick cuticle on the leaves. What type of adaptation is this one? It is morphological. It is morphological adaptation. So, there is a thick layer of cuticle on the leaves means it prevents the transpiration. This cuticle is preventing the transpiration. Then, sunken stomata. Sunken stomata. So, stomata is present in pits. Okay, stomata is present in pits. So, that also prevents the rate of transpiration. So, it is also morphological. And leaves reduced to spines. It is also morphological. Then, crassulation acid metabolism. It is a type of photosynthetic pathway. So, crassulation acid metabolism is a type of photosynthetic pathway. In this crassulation acid metabolism, it allows the stomata to close during daytime. So, the crassulation acid metabolism pathway allows the stomata to close during the daytime. So, it prevents the loss of water through transpiration. This is physiological. This is physiological. Right? So, that is a physiological adaptation. Similarly, if you see the animals like whales and sea cow, which are living in the cold waters in the polar regions. They are living in the cold waters in the polar regions. They have thick layer of fat beneath the skin, which is called as blubber. So what is the use of this thick layer of fat beneath the skin? This thick layer of fat beneath the skin acts as thermoregulator. That means it prevents the loss of heat from the body. And this type of adaptation is morphological. This is a morphological adaptation. Okay. So let us go for the next one also. Right. So next one is homeoderms. Homeoderms living in the colder areas will have small ears, short tail and short limbs. So what is the use of the small ear, short tail and short limbs? Means they reduce the surface area. They are reducing the surface area. If the surface area is less, then the heat loss will be less. So it is a morphological adaptation. Morphological adaptation. Type of adaptation is morphological. Similarly, you can go for the humans. That means people living in at higher altitudes. People those are living at higher altitudes. So humans living in so the people those are living, or if the person is moving from plains to higher altitudes like Rohtang Pass, Manali, this person that is around 3,500 feet above the sea level, they feel altitude sickness. Okay, altitude sickness. So what are the symptoms of altitude sickness? Altitude sickness symptoms will be nausea, breathlessness, heart palpitations. So these are the symptoms. Then how they overcome this altitude sickness means by producing more number of RBC, then increasing the rate of breathing and preventing binding of hemoglobin to RBC. Okay, so the people those are suffering with altitude sickness, so once they reach, that means altitude sickness means we see the partial pressure of oxygen is 50% less than partial pressure of oxygen on plains. That means what is the partial pressure of oxygen on the land is 50% less at the higher altitudes. So if the partial pressure is decreasing, the people are suffering with these symptoms. Then how the people are overcoming these symptoms means by producing large number of RBC. They produces more number of RBC. They increases the rate of breathing. Okay, they increase the rate of breathing and they prevent the binding of RBC with the hemoglobin. Right? So these are physiological adaptations. These are physiological adaptations. Physiological adaptations. Right? Let us see some more examples also. Right? So there are some lizards which lives in deserts. Right? So when body temperature decreases, they bask in sun. They bask in sun. So bask in sun means what? B-A-S-K, bask. Bask in sun. So what is the meaning of basking in sun? That means they go into the sunlight, they heat up their body. That means they increase their body temperature by heating their body in the presence of sun. Right? Then when body temperature increases due to heat in the sun, body temperature increases. When body temperature increases, they move to shady places. They move to shady place. So this type of adaptation is called as a behavioral adaptation. Behavioral adaptation. Similarly, fishes. Some of the fishes living in Antarctica regions. That means where the temperature of the water is below 0 degrees centigrade. Then they have anti-freezing agents. Anti-freezing agents in their body fluids. So these anti-freezing agents prevent freezing of the body fluids. It is physiological. It is physiological adaptations. Similarly, there is archaebacteria. The archaebacteria lives in hot springs. Right? Then how this archaebacteria can survive in hot thermal springs where the temperature is more than 100 degrees centigrade? So how they are able to survive? Because the cell membrane of this archaebacteria is made up of with lipids plus glycerol held by ester bonds. So this lipid membrane prevents the heat and makes the archaebacteria to survive in that hot thermal springs. So this is also a physiological adaptation. So these are the adaptations made by the organisms to survive and to reproduce in the extreme environmental conditions, right? So this completes about the topic adaptations of the organisms. Next topic we have to go for the populations, right? So I'll take the next class. The topic is populations. So you please go through this topic. This topic is very important for the NEET examination. Nearly for every year we are getting 7 questions. So please read thoroughly and prepare well, and we'll conduct examination very shortly. Okay, have a nice day. Thank you, ma.